Um, Today I have a message the Lord gives to me. He said, "Tell my people to prepare for the future. Prepare for the future." I received this word some few days ago. Prepare for the future. We are in the season of transition. In life, the Bible says in the book of Ecclesiastes that we live in 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 all kinds of season. If you read the book of Ecclesiastes chapter from verse 1 down to just the whole of Ecclesiastes chapter 3, the whole of Ecclesiastes chapter 3, you see how the Lord talk about that there is time for everything, there's season for everything. So you see time for this, time for that, all kinds of seasons in God. So as believers, we need to understand that God works in times and seasons. That means God will not do anything except He operates in a time frame He has given to man. And that is why Moses said, "Lord, teach me to number my days. I want to know how you operate your seasons in my life." Every child of God have their own season. My season is not your season. The reason why my season is different from your season is because your destiny is not my destiny. So your destiny and your seasons are unique to you alone. My destiny and my seasons are unique to me alone. And that is why the Bible says it is foolishness for you to compare yourself to another person. It is foolishness for you to be competitive with another person. You look at someone and say, "But we all grew up together. We all went to the same school together." Let me tell you, no matter how you and somebody is the same age, classmate, or whatever mate, it does not give room for even comparison, because we still have different destiny. Even in families, even identical twins, we have different destiny and we have different seasons in life. Now with that, like I said, so there's another set of people in the Bible called the children of Issachar. The Bible says children of Issachar understood times and seasons, and they know what they ought to do. You see, the importance of knowing God's seasons in life is that we know how to live in every season in God. Wisdom teaches us to know how to live according to God's timing. You never have wisdom except you know God's timing. I repeat, you never have wisdom. You can never operate the true wisdom of God except you know how God timing works. You can never operate in the wisdom of God if you don't understand first divine timing. Because how can you go? How are you going to apply it? For example, there's a man called David in the Bible. David was a wise man. In fact, the Bible said that David was wiser than his elders. But because David missed a season in God, a tragedy happened to his life and to his family, which some said it affected his generation. Why am I saying that? The Bible says in the season of war, in its time where kings go to war, in the season where kings go to war, David was at home resting. And the end of the story, we find that I slept with Bathsheba. He fall into immorality. You see, when you're not in sync, in agreement, when you're not living your life in alignment with God's season for your life at that particular time, you are going to fall into temptation. You are going to fall into terrible situation. So the Lord began to give me understanding that where we are now is a season of transition. In God's calendar, where we are now, we have entered a season of transition. And that in the season of transition is called the season of preparation. Because after every transition season, the next season that comes after transition is called the season of a new beginning. You see, if you are following God for a while, you begin to know a season and know the next season that will come. That is how God has trained us. I've been working with God concerning timing for nothing less than 10 years. So I've been able to know, because God moves in circles. Just like, for example, now, you can easily predict that if sun rise, it will, how do they call it? Say, sunset and sunrise, something like that. So we know that sun will rise, sun will set. We know that. So you can easily, for example, now, just like I was talking to some people in the Bible, he said, you people are not wise. You can easily predict that this is season of winter, this is season of summer, this is season of this. You can easily predict when rain will fall, when this weather will change. You know these things. For example, now you see weather forecast, right? You see weather forecast. These people will say rain will fall tomorrow. True or false? Yet, with the rainfall, it will fall. You see, these people have, it's not demon, it's not spiritual, it's not demonic power. It's a natural wisdom. That is, God gave human natural wisdom to be able to know how morning, afternoon, evening will be, to be able to study weather condition and all that. But as you can be able to study times and seasons and signs through understanding the way the nature works, why can't you understand spiritual climate? Why can't you understand spiritual science, spiritual languages that God is bringing to you?